Hello and welcome back. So we're starting out at an even earlier morning today, recording starting at 5:30 here. Video 107, I think. I don't even know anymore. Doesn't matter. Let's get straight to Bloomberg. I see no obvious headline risk here. The Ukraine war, Russo-Ukrainian war is completely saturated into the market. So much to the sense that it would have a reverse effect if it was to end. I mean, at this point, it is so priced in that something happening in the war would be less of an effect than there not being a war, is what I mean. So if the war ended, we'd likely see a pump in SPY for it finally ending because it is already priced in. So that would be kind of interesting, actually, if it coincided with the current credit cycle we're in, having a bust. So the dot-com bubble, or whatever you want to call it, the current, there's always a credit cycle, right? So if it coincided with that, if the Ukraine war ended at the same time as the credit cycle ended, because the one we're in right now is at year 14 or something, 14 years, and usually there is a recession every 10 years or so. But who the fuck knows? Sometimes, I mean, there have been periods for over 20 years where there hasn't really been, let me think. 20 years. I'm thinking back to like after the Great Depression, maybe a bit longer as well, without a real bust cycle. This is what some SPY short-term fuckery. It doesn't matter for us. So the general trend is upwards. This isn't even a correction. I mean, if I was to draw a trend line on this is in a straight fucking line up. So fuck that shit. It's on Bloomberg. It's for like day traders and shit on the 1 minute time frame. We trade the 1 day, 12 hour, 8 hour. If we're looking at the dollar index, it's stable. The dollar has been so stable. It's looking really great. We've been in the same ranges for a long time, even though the breakout market has been great as well. We've benefited from the dollar being stable, but a more unstable dollar would take us away from the breakout market and bring a lot more ranges in. Where's my open trade? Oh, I don't have any. Oh yeah, I forgot. I thought I entered this for some reason. So this trade right here is quite interesting. So we do have an indecision candle formed here, but it isn't the best indecision candle. It isn't invalidated though. It's quite a long time till it closes, but if you hop down on the 12 hour, that's a valid setup. It could open in 5 hours if you want to be even more risky. So like I mentioned in the previous video, the lower you go on the time frame, the lower your win rate is going to be. The signals are weaker, okay? So you can enter it, in 3.5 hours, but remember that you are fighting the trend all alone. So suffice to say, don't do more than a 1.5 hour entry on this one, right? Be a good boy. Yeah. Because it's already downtrending so much, and in the previous video, like I showed you, when it is downtrending like this, I mean, expect it to have lower highs and then fuck off down again. And even if it doesn't hit your shit, let me get rid of all of this, by the way. Even if it doesn't hit your shit, you're supposed to move your sell loss when you're already in profit. It should at least be a break even. So that'll all be good. Don't worry about that. The gold setup I'm looking at is doing pretty much what I expected it to. It did react to some kind of SR. I mean, it's probably, if we hop down, I don't draw on lower time frames, yeah. We can probably make the argument that it did touch here and then went up. But it's not. This is not valid for my strat, so we're not going to go off of that. We're going to go off of this. And it is continuing up. Silver is doing the same stuff, and I'm waiting for it to break all-time highs. There was some volume taken out on the resistance we set for yesterday, which is getting quite interesting. I'm really interested in these commodities right now. Yeah, they're very interesting. You don't have to worry about them hitting all-time highs as well or anything. But they are a bit tricky to trade. But I'm here. I'm going to help you. Relax. Shh. It's okay. So let's go through the setups and see if there's anything of interest. And mind you, it's Friday today, so tomorrow... Motherfucker, where is it? The questionnaire day is going to be answered. If this is your first time watching a video, LGBT flagged just means I've got it. And thumbs up just means, it hasn't been answered. I remove those when I have them, but they haven't been answered. And thumbs up means they're getting answered. So, and it was really nice how everyone did it properly this time. Because before there's been a lot of chit-chat in here and bullshit and stuff. This is cleaner. That's why we made it. Because the questions just pop in here. If you want to answer it in the video, you get spammed the fuck away by Diddy shit and all that. Shout out to Diddy, by the way. Beat the Rico. So let's get to the setups. Well, these level ones. Let's see here. No, and this is looking inflated. We're gonna redraw on Sunday. Yeah, this looks inflated as shit. Yeah, so if you're thinking this is a classic reversal, it's not, because if you have looked at the beginner guide, is my entry below the candle close? Right? Is it below the candle close? Yes. And where is it? Any areas above your sell loss. So you would have to put your sell loss above this. And how are you going to put an R in for that? Yeah, that would be that's not a valid trade. Any R entry below 1.5 is not valid. So I posted this. These are indecision candle. This is a goof candle. Well. What do we have here? Pretty annoying with this, but whatever. We'll survive that. We're going to discuss this a little bit and have it cross pair. We're gonna mark it anyways. We're gonna discuss it. Nothing here. Why is this just going up? I haven't followed the news. What the fuck was this? Whatever. Nice range, but it's very messy. When I say messy, I'm talking about things like gapping and that kind of stuff. And it's not within the range itself. It has long sticks and super long sticks. No. There should be a level above here. We should get that drawn out. Oh, it's an all-time high. So the only thing we have to go. So on these, is it though? Really? So I have to go back to 2009. And how much do I trust those levels? Not much. Let's see. I think that'll align. Yeah, it's body stick, but here, yeah, it's fine. Nothing too interesting though. We'll redraw it properly when it's for redraw day. I just had to do it right now to look. Okay, you already know what's up. If you've been watching videos, you already know what's up. That's in the 1 day too, and that's a fresh candle as well. Holy shit. Okay, so nothing here. These level ones, Jesus. But inflation makes pairs untradeable, so I'd rather just have level ones. Here's some level twos for comparison if you're confused by what I'm talking about. Level twos, level ones, but nothing. Level twos, nothing tradable. Level 1.5 probably, I would say. No, this is not tradable. Too much candle momentum for any reversal. You'd have to hop time frame too low, and then the range gets so messy. I mean, you can do a setup on it for the downtrend, but it is downtrending hard as well. That candle closes in an hour. You can. So market, I guess. I'm not a big fan of those setups though. That's just me personally. Not these ones either. You can hop down and see the same type of stuff. This was a reversal that failed, but if y'all hop even lower, it's like a perfect reversal. But it failed. Anyways, we'll discuss them. I'll talk about it. I just need to get through my list. Yeah, we're in a dire need for redraw now. I don't know why I broke so fast. Or actually, we're not. I'm up 8.5% this month. What the fuck can I complain about? Oh, like, what the fuck? No, bro. What kind of range? Okay, that's an alright range. And these are level 3s. Why is this here and not here? Probably just some human error. Human error from me. Is that even possible? Oh, that's cross pair. No, it's not. Fucking hate this gapping shit. So annoying shit. Yeah, let's pull up the setups. Let's have a look. Let's have a review. See what's going on, and see if all of them are valid and we can potentially deal with them and discuss them a little bit. So we'll start off with the potential that's rather far away. This one is the continuation for gold I'm looking for. You don't really need it to touch on commodities in a perfect sense. You don't need an indecision to form on it and all that. It doesn't have to be as pretty. It's a bit ugly. That's like with the gold. This is good enough. This touched almost. I mean, and also SR areas are not exactly here. They're not exactly where I draw them. They're somewhere in this area. There's just volume. And you can draw them stronger if you want to. Like, for example, I could do this, and then we can redraw. And remember, because it's gold on all-time highs, I have no choice but to draw on singular points. I mean, we're lucky to have double point here, but beyond that, I have to draw on single points. So if I draw level 3 areas, you'll see it suddenly touched and bounced right off. I'm sorry, we are going above here, obviously. We're not going to go below a contested point. The reason, well, yeah, I'll explain that. The reason for that is because these long sticks show me that there's volume taken out all the way down here. So you can kind of gauge the whole area here. But the shorter sticks shows that there's a shorter gauged area, and with this level 3 SR area. This is small deviance for it. Very strong SR area in my opinion. So now it's suddenly touched, right? And it doesn't have to look as pretty with commodities. I'll show you. And we've had plenty of commodity trades. Plenty. Also put this one in far because it's not ready yet. Oh, motherfucker. Alright, let's get to this trade right here. This one is... No, we're going to start with this one. This one is the one I talked about in the beginning. And this one has been here for a while. It's not the prettiest indecision candle. It is something I'd look for in a reversal in a downtrend. The reason I would look for a reversal in this one is because there has not been any correction for the downtrend, or there could be a trend reversal as well. We just don't know. And the setup is valid with the indecision itself, but you could I mean, hop time frames and go as low as you want. Just keep in mind that the lower you hop, the lower your win rate is going to be. They're all profitable, but just keep that in mind. So if you're emotional about it and you can't tolerate losing trades, don't hop, bro. Just stay on the 1 day, 12 hour. Same for this homo here. This is a nice one, except for this long stick down here. Yeah, this thing is pretty similar type of setup, but we can't, the weakness of this setup is that we can't have a SL area, we can't have an SL point. You can't set an SL below this stick because you can't set an R. So you'd have to ignore that and just do it for the candle and respect the SR area, which makes it less valid. It actually almost invalidates it, but it doesn't fully. I back tested those and they're still profitable. Let's look at it on the lower time frame and see what that part looks like. What the fuck? Yeah. Okay, so that's a volume smash out, and then it formed an indecision and went back up again. So yeah, you can, but we'll have to see how it develops. It could continue with strong momentum down as well. We'll talk about. I'll post them in the Discord. The potentials for this one. This is a breakout that's triggering like right now. So I always click these wrong. I'm here every day and I still just do that. I guess it's just destiny. Like that guy. Wasn't there some guy called Destiny with pink hair that let dude just fuck his wife or whatever? Or am I wrong about that? I don't know. I don't watch too much shit online because it's fucking polluted. Or I try not to. I don't have a lot of social media either. See here. So it looks something like this. If you've been watching for a while, you know how it goes with the breakouts. Be strict with it. I mean, let it break out a little bit more, and then be strict with it. Either it breaks out or it doesn't. Like, treat it like a bitch. You listen to me or you get the fuck out. So this, when you're in a little bit of profit, you should immediately be at break even. Because, I mean, not at when you're at 0.1%, but let's say you're at 0.6%. I don't know. Then you should be starting to move sell loss, because anything pulling back invalidates the setup immediately. And this one, I'm going to put a stop order in for myself. So I'm going to mark it as a green one. Just let me look at the 12 hour. Yeah, okay. This is a fresh candle, so strong. Damn. Where the fuck is this going? To the moon? Or is it just going to pull back? What else? Right here we have a lower time frame classic reversal that has already triggered. don't panic. Don't panic, okay? So you put an order like this. We're going to see if it's still a valid setup. And then put this down here. Not all the way like that. Yes, this is still a valid setup. It is a little bit of a late entry, but there's nothing really wrong with that. The thing that worries me more are these areas here. Let's look at them on a higher time frame. Yeah, it looks like it might be trending up, but you don't know. But like I said, I don't like these type of setups. If your ass want to take it, go ahead. It's not the greatest setup. It is a little bit late. I'll still post it though, because the candle on the 8 hour is closing. So if you want to get right in it, get right on it, you can do that. Oh, I hope this isn't gonna fuck the video like some weird ass shit. Okay, yeah. Oh shit, I had to breathe out there. I had to re-record or something. If there was something there. Paranoia, bro. Yeah, man. Okay, so yeah. So not the best setup. Yeah, it's WT, right? Yeah. So let's get to the next ones. This one is a substitute. It is annoyed more by the constant fucking levels, volume being taken out, and those types of ranges don't usually last that long, but we'll just see how it develops. It could turn into a nice setup. No, actually, because there are too many low points that has breaking the SR volume. And in addition to that, not just that, in addition to those low points, if you were to do a breakout on this one, it is already been at those levels. So that's not a breakout, really. A breakout is when it first breaks, and this would be the 4th time. So that's not. Yeah, this is invalid. Haram. Yeah, so we got 3 pretty good setups going on here. Potentials. This one is more interesting. You see, this one has been smashed out so many times. So it's invalid for a breakout though, but the classic reversal it's there. But keep this in mind. This lowers your win rate quite a lot. The optimal part would be if we could get a saw and saw this off, but we can't, so we live with it. Again, you can hop on lower time frames, get that shit done, get that work in, but remember, that's higher risk on you. I'll get all of these posted, especially this one. I'm going to get posted in the disc. Wait, what did I post right now? I'm gonna just post it quick right now, because these breakouts, they move really quick. It's quite annoying when you run a Discord and you're posting trades and stuff. What is that? It's almost triggered. And there we go. We've gone through the complete list. We do have a stop order for a potential setups and some other nice potentials with a mix of currencies and commodities. That's all I've got for now. Tomorrow I'll be answering questions from the questionnaire. I'll be answering all three because they're not too bad of questions to answer. And then on Sunday, we'll do a complete redraw. With that said, though, that's all we've got for now. Or actually, I want to mention one point. Don't worry about getting into all of these trades. You see, I said I don't like it, so I'm not going to do it. Don't be worried about missing out, because missing out doesn't exist. That's called FOMO. It's a well-known concept. That's why in hedge funds, like, let me show you a hedge fund. This hedge fund, owned by me. This hedge fund, that's the best one, by the way. But in hedge funds, I constantly see people buying when shit is going up. And whenever it goes down, they sell out. That's a FOMO effect. That's how humans function. And just by the metric alone, for how many setups we have, like almost every day, like how many setups do I give every day? 5 on average? 4? 3? I don't know. Tons. And I'm hitting my 10% mark every month. This is the 5th month. And if I hit one trade, it's over. So, I mean, the fuck can I say to that? You're not going to miss out because there's always going to be good setups. Actually, it actually looks a little bit better on the 12-hour than on the 1 day even. But yeah, that's besides the point. I just wanted to make that point. And that's all I've got for you now. Thank you for watching. If you got any questions, if you're like that dude who's in Russia, who I had to make an account, VPN, all that kind of shit, you can just leave a comment on YouTube. I always answer comments. No questions are too basic. Don't worry about that. And my Discord will be linked in the description. You don't have to pay to be in the Discord or anything like that. I don't need your money. I don't want your money. Nothing is sold. Nothing is monetized. There aren't even ads in these videos. Don't worry about it. Relax. You're good. With that said, thank you for watching. And I'll see you on the questionnaire tomorrow, yeah? Bye-bye.